Thailand posted current account deficit of $697 million in August, the first time in 3 months. Wall Street protesters may lack clear objective, but they are persistent with speaking against corporate greed, social inequality, global climate change, and other concerns. Greece has said its budget deficit will be cut in 2011 and 2012, but will still miss the targets set by the EU and IMF. Stay with us for 1 hour afternoon global and ASEAN business news update with Ong Anand Amatayakun and Natthakon Ploddi in ASEAN Business Report. Welcome to the start of this week in ASEAN Business Report. You are with me, Ong Anand Amatayakun. Today is Monday, the 3rd of October, 2011.
And I'm also here, Natthakon Ploddi and Kun Ong Anand. Let's start off where we finished off. Last week, we said that the market are looking better compared to the week earlier. However, there was developments in the weekends that Greece saying that their deficit cuts will not meet the targets set by EU and IMF.
That's right. Even with the cuts for the 2011 and 2012 forecast, they would still not be able to meet the target. So definitely the money will not be delivered.
Yes, and not only the money will be delivered, the sentiments of traders and stocks worldwide plummeted.
Right. Even in Asian stocks, we're seeing numbers in reds. They're going down this morning.
Yep. And also another development with Yingluck's Twitter account being hacked during the weekend. She said that the suspect is being found.
Right. So we've seen bad messages coming out or really critical messages coming out of her Twitter account.
Yes.
And that has sparked a lot of questions for the people whether it is her really.
Yes.
And so it was a Twitter hacker that has created a leak into that and then write own messages onto her accounts.
And the finance minister, Thirachai Purnanaraban, also said that all agencies are to gather related information now on Facebook instead. Okay,
so they switched the social network. So for a more secure line of delivery.
Also, another development in the United States is that Apple is preparing to unveil their new product, the new iPhone.
The iPhone 5. According to what they said.
Yes.
But the news has been telling us that it's not iPhone 5, but it's rather the iPhone 4GS.
So why is that going on?
Well, it seems like a little holding on to the technology, so they could probably feature the iPhone 5 later.
I see, for future sakes. And speaking about future sakes, there's been a pretty disastrous figure revealed here in Thailand about their current account deficit, which is negative since August.
Right. This is the first time in 3 months that we've seen a negative number, and you have more details on that.
Yeah. So let's start off with the news today with this story as Thailand posted this current account deficit the first time in 3 months in August at the figure of $697 million. According to the Bank of Thailand, the shortfall was huge compared with a revised $3.44 billion surplus in July, while exports went up 28.4% to US $20.9 billion compared to the same period last year. Imports rose 45.9% to $20.2 billion. The slight trade surplus could not compensate a drop in services and transfer, though, which fell $1.4 billion. Despite the current account deficit, other economic indicators show improvement in the month. Methi Supapong, a director of the central bank, said at a press conference that manufacturing and consumption headed up thanks to higher income and the government's stimulus schemes. After a contraction in July, the Industrial and Agricultural Production Index showed an improvement while demand remained strong. The headline inflation and core inflation in the month stood at 4.29% and 2.85%, compared to 4.08% and 2.59% respectively. He noted that it is too early to estimate the damage from the recent floods. The prices of some products could rise, but if the factors are temporary, the Bank of Thailand would not take them into account when reviewing inflation. The manufacturing index rose 7% on year thanks to the activity in hard disk and automotive industries. Slowdown in the Eurozone and the U.S. caused a continued drop in textile and garment exports. The output should continue growing due to domestic demand, he said. Agricultural output expanded 3.5% on year from 7.1% contraction in July. The price index also rose 9%. The private investment index also expanded 8.3%, mostly due to more investment in the construction sector. In the month, Thailand welcomed 1.7 million visitor arrivals, up 35.7% on year. Most of them were from Asia.
And in one of our highlights, we highlighted the Wall Street protesters. Well, they may be lacking clear objectives, but they definitely have the persistency with speaking against the corporate greed, social inequality, global climate change, and also other concerns. The protesters, who have been camping out in Manhattan's financial district for more than 2 weeks, each donated food and keep their laptops running with a portable gas-powered generator. They have a newspaper, the occupied Wall Street Journal, and a makeshift hospital. The crowd is growing in numbers, getting more organized, and showing no sign of quitting. The arrests of more than 700 people on Saturday as thousands tried to cross the Brooklyn Bridge seemed to pour oil onto the rage of those who camped out overnight in Zuccotti Park, a private plaza of Broadway near Wall Street. The growing cross-country movement signals a shift in consciousness, said Jared Shai, a young man sitting squeezed between the 3 others who participated in Saturday's march from Manhattan's financial district to the bridge. The movement has grown significantly in an organized manner, both in New York City and elsewhere, as people across the country from Boston to Los Angeles displayed their solidarity in similar protests. The gathering, as stated by a source, said there are protocols for most things, including getting legal help for people who are arrested. The protest has drawn activists of diverse ages and occupations, including Jackie Fellner, a marketing manager from Westchester County, north of New York City, who shared that the people are not there to take down the Wall Street. It is not poor against the rich. It's about big money dictating which politicians get elected and what programs get funded.